Hello, everybody. It's Barbara, and of course, it's my mini me too. And today, for Miniature Monday, we are going to do a little bit of a mixed bag. We're going to look at some miniatures that come in these cute little balls from the Mica company. And we're going to look at them and see how they work in the 1/6 scale. And I also have my June Chef Gina's subscription box. We're going to review that too, but we're going to start with the Micas. Just twist them open like so. Not as much product waste right away as the Zuru balls. That makes me very happy. The Mica, and I do hope I'm pronouncing this correctly, it's Meika. The Mica Miniature Collection, there are 5, and I think I'm missing one, but that's okay. So this first one is what appears to be a tea set. And these are the little tea packets, and this is the container you would put the tea in. The tea packets, by the way, do not have tea in them. They're solid. There's not even like an attempt to open them. This is the main container. Looks like your standard tea container. And then everything just fits very nicely in here. And the lid fits relatively snugly. And this is your typical large tea-sized urn. So that's a very nice piece. There's the second bowl, and I do have 5, by the way. I can't count. This one is cookies. Let's take a look at the cookies first. They do not come out in any way, shape, or form, which is okay. Not everything always has to. These definitely have the look of the kind of present, the presents you get at Christmas or the holidays or whatever. So it does, however, appear to be a definite way to put them in. That, to me, looks like an insect. I am really, really hoping these are not chocolate-covered insects. True story, pre-pandemic, a couple of springs ago, my friend brought in chocolate-covered crickets for us to try. I tried it. It tasted like eating stale potato chips. The end. But I'm alive, so that wasn't too scary. The next ball, I suspect, is also another set where there are some, to note here with the chocolate, there's a couple of pieces that are a little bit loose, and then you have the big group. You have a few loose pieces of gummy, and then you have the set. So you have a gummy set and a chocolate set. So you actually get 2 sets in one in here. I just gave up and went and got scissors like a civilized human being. These will hopefully cut a little bit easier. We'll do the chocolate first because chocolate. So this says Taro Confectionery Caro Ami. Makes me think of the Italian cara mia, which means my love. So that's kind of cool. Obviously, these are very small pieces, so if you have a pet, you're going to want to be careful taking these out. As a chocolate covered something, fits very nicely in her hand. And as a small tin of chocolate, that also fits and is very realistic. The little drops just fell out. I suspect, oops, yeah, as you can see, much like previously, they fit very nicely in her hand. Do it with the red one, maybe it'll stand out a little bit more. Oops, or maybe not. Yeah, this fits very nicely in the palm of her hand. Even falls into the corner of the chair like any good candy should, only to be discovered years later when you're moving out. No, that's never happened to me. I don't know why I brought that up. And again, very appropriately fits correctly into the palm of her hand. So these are these are Micas. You may have to go on eBay to try to find them. I got them from a friend of mine who is a fellow lover of sweets who lives in the UK. She also, by the way, has her own Etsy store, Littlest Sweet Shop. So I will share that in the description below. Hi, Nadia. Aha, okay. So these are the ones I was waiting for. These you will probably see homemade. This says homemade cookies, but you also tend to see these a lot at the holidays. These are the Danish cookies that magically and mystically wind up turning into your grandmother's or your aunt's sewing box. If you're a certain generation, you know exactly what I'm talking about. These little ones, these are great to dip into tea, and unfortunately I don't have a beverage right now to dip into tea. But yep, that's generally what you would do with them. There's a piece that has a purple lining, and of course you have the lid. So the deeper of the two, that's where you put this. And I would just lay these two loose pieces on the top, and hopefully this will close, and it does. And yep, just like any sewing kit, Danish cookie mixture. Ta-da! I will spell out Mica, by the way, in the description below so you can check these out. Last one of the Micas. This is another one with a cookie tin. doesn't appear to have any. These are called giffards. It does not appear to have. I think they're sort of like I think this is the wrapped set, and then this is like a large flat cookie. No idea what you would do with those. I mean, if I was cooking, I would layer them with like a cream and maybe some strawberry, and it's an easy way to make them like a strawberry layer cake without it actually being strawberry shortcake. So this looks pretty huge. Now, this is where I may get into a little bit of trouble, especially since I'm modeling this with a woman, but if you wanted to paint this over into a white color and you have a priest, you could also use this as the larger communion if you wanted to repurpose this as a wafer, as a larger, the priest communion. Not saying that women should be priests, not doing anything like that. I'm just saying in terms of playability, that's how you could repurpose it. So those are the 5. And I believe that Nadia did me a solid because she made sure I didn't get any doubles and I got one of each. So I thank her tremendously. Fortunately, this is not in a language I can read. Share your pics on SNS. I have no idea what that is. But yeah, God, I'm hoping those aren't chocolate covered crickets. Yikes. So, to go to Chef Gina. As I said, Chef Gina, besides sending the 1/6 scale subscription, she also sends something practical for the purple person size, and these are masks. So let me just take one out and see what they look like. I'm not sure if these are masks so much as these would be liners for a mask. These really look more like you would if you were doubling up. Yeah, this is really something where if you were doubling up, you'd put this on first and then put the outer layer on, because this is almost like a filter. It's very nice, but it is not the actual. And it also says, by the way, in case you see these, to recommend to leave them out for 24 hours. I guess just to let them breathe so they don't smell bad. Makes sense. I'll put that back properly later. So today's, this month's box came in a plain envelope, but it did come in this nice red box. We have another, this time it's a Ken doll to do. Remember in the last one I said they did a Barbie. This one is a Ken. It is Sport and Shave Ken. Oh my god! I had this one when I was a kid, and my parents must have gotten it at the vintage store because I wasn't a kid in 1980. Okay, yes, I was a kid in 1981. And what I remember about Sport and Shave Ken, you could not bend his legs to sit in a chair. Very rude of him. That's what I remember of him. So, let's see. We have here a really nice pastry tray on a heavy metal. These are permanently glued on. They're not going to move. But this is, oops. Well, actually, they're sort of on and sort of off. They look like they're on tacky tape, so you have to be really careful. But all different pastries. Obviously, the right size for a pastry tray. Ta-da! We have here an appletini, I guess, because, you know, she's obviously designing these for Agnes von Weiss, the alcoholic of the 1/6 scale community. Now, this is definitely an appletini. There's nothing else in it. I guess that would go with the, there you go. Cheers. I don't drink appletini, so. If you want to find Jesus, drink a variation of a martini called a Negroni. You will find Jesus that way. This one, there are two different. One is on the tray, and then one is loose. These appear to be really nice happy birthday cupcakes, and one is loose. And they are wrapped in purple, which is really funny because you look at the mirror. You know what? I'll take it out. I'll stop talking. I'll open this up. But the platter that this is on is mirrored. So when you look straight down at it, it almost looks like, I don't know if you can really see this on camera, but it almost looks like it's longer, like this is a tall beverage. But obviously, if this was a tray, this is appropriate size for a tray. And if one likes to eat cupcakes, as this one does, this is a really nice, and it does say happy birthday. It's a very nice wrapped cupcake, perfectly sized. She's really, this is really good with scale. So this is probably going to be the last time you're going to see Chef Gina for a few weeks, because the next time, I won't get another one until July, obviously. So this is the last time we'll see Chef Gina for a while. And of course, she does include. Why she puts tacky tape on the cards, I don't know. But it does include her business card. And again, I'll put the link in the description below. And if you have to be told this is fake food, Jesus can't help you. So everybody, for me and my mini-me, and Chef Gina's miniature, whoops, and Chef Gina's miniatures, and Mica Miniatures, I'm Barbara, and you're probably going to see for the rest of the week the return of the East 59th Street reviews, but you probably, and then next Miniature Monday, we're going to go back to Remint, and we're going to have some fun because I have a drugstore remint set, and I'm going to do it with a hospital set that came out a few weeks ago. So everybody, take care, enjoy yourselves, have a good week, stay cool, bye-bye.